Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be setting up my Hobonichi weeks for the week of November 21st to the November 28th. So if you wanted to kind of see how we're going to be setting everything up and making it functional and beautiful, hopefully beautiful, then just stay tuned and let's get right into this. So, and of course, if this is the first time that we're meeting, well, hello, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Meshi and I am the person behind Align Plans. I make planning videos, journaling videos. If stationery and intentionality and using these tools with intention is your jam, you would probably really enjoy hanging out with me here. Okay, why don't we just get started? Oh, I mean, my bad. We're going from November 21st to the 27th, not the 28th. So why don't we just, I will probably honestly just pop some music on and then we will chat as we go. So I have, for tools, just in case anyone is interested in referencing, I'm going to be using my little stencil. I do have my Sarasa clip. This is the vintage colored 0.5 thickness in gray. I also have my little Kaweco Sport fountain pen. This is, I believe, in fine. I believe this is a fine nib. It's fine or extra fine. I believe this is a fine nib that I generally use to write. I will leave the links for like all of the inks, the pens, things like that I'm using so that you can reference it. Okay, so to get started, I'm adding just a divider line right by, basically it's like the third quarter of the day section. And you can tell it's a really faint line. I'm using this uni pin fine line in 0.1 and it's a really thin light gray color. And I'm adding in a separate line so I can kind of just add in these little squares that will be basically essentially to kind of track any tasks. Now for the kit that I'm using the Papery Planning and Ivy Mail collaboration. It's been a hot minute since I've used this this set, so I just figured why not just kind of throw it onto a spread, see what happens. For the time being, I'm keeping the spread really similar in layout to what I generally do, which I don't know, it just seems to work. You know what I mean? It just seems to work the way that I kind of set it up, where I set it up into 4 different sections. One is sort of priorities, the other one is the inbox, next week, and a tracker section. And I might completely switch it up for 2023, but for the time being, I really didn't want to mess with completely separate layout than what I'm kind of used to. Now, as far as highlighters are concerned, even right now as I'm like rewatching this, I'm kind of questioning my sanity for going with that bright blue. It does come together quite nicely afterwards. The color that I'm using, these are the Monami highlighters, the Ascenti soft highlighters, and this one is in like this really soft blue. The color is called Pastel Blue Celeste, in case anybody's wondering. So I just wanted to get like a different kind of color combination than just using general Tombow pens. It looks really lovely here. It's a really soft blue. So here we are. We're just kind of rocking with it. As far as decor is concerned, I'm going to be using 2 little kits, 2 little washi strip kits from the collaboration from Eric Small Things, which seems to work really well. And I'm just using my Sarasa pen here just to kind of write in the header section. I believe I do go over it with a brush pen later on off camera. It didn't come out as strongly as I really wanted to. But overall, it kind of does come together. Now I'm going to be using my fountain pen, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. The ink that I have currently loaded in there is the Ferris wheel press ink called Blue Jean, and that blue almost completely matches the highlighter, and then the moment that I saw that, it kind of made me really happy. Time for the word of the week, and this is usually what throws me off most of the time, and I kind of get a little bit nervous in stenciling in the word. The word that I'm going with for this week is intentional, and the idea behind it really is for me to be clear of what is it that I really actually desire, how do I really want to feel in the process, and why is it important to me. So this is a little bit more than just being clear about what your goals are. This kind of, to me personally, it just very much just feels like constantly reminding me of why I'm setting certain goals, and it also gives me that freedom to really just release the things that are just very temporarily, might be an inconvenience, it might be something that might be frustrating in the moment, but really over the long haul, it will really not make much of a difference. So it kind of have this dual purpose to it, to me anyway, because it just always feels like on one hand it keeps me focused on what is important, and then on the other hand it also gives me the freedom to really release and just kind of bypass or just not give so much energy to the things that really can bog you down.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye.
So when I bought these washi tapes from Eric Small Things, I also picked up that same collaboration that has 4 small stamps, which I find I don't use all that often, but since I left that top middle section completely empty, on purpose by the way, I wanted to add like a little stamp there. Now I did cut the section out, but you will see that basically, like, see that top section that I kind of pointed to, it kind of stayed a little bit bare, and so as you can tell, I placed the stamp in the corner. I tried to use a Tombow pen. I used way too faint of a color and it barely showed up, so that now I'm using more of a darker purple color. This actually shows up. To me, it looks really lovely, very, very light, very delicate. I wanted to add something to the bottom corner on the left-hand side of the page. You might not be able to see it here, but nevertheless, I will show you in a close-up of how it turned out. It's not as great as the top section, but it still does the job, so I'm okay with it. Now it's time to color in. So as you can tell, here's a close-up. See that how that one didn't turn out as great as the top section one? It's okay. We're going to just go ahead and fill in the words intentional.
Gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had its time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Okay, you guys, this is all I wanted to share with you. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not yet already. And just keep planning, you guys. And I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.